and the radiator was leaking. Had some pinholes. It was old brass radiator from the 80s, 70s, whatever. Anyway, I took it to the radiator shop. They said it's no good. So this sat again for another, like I say, 6-8 months. And now this has arrived. So let's take a look. New aluminum. Looks pretty cool. The only thing is that the way the caps are welded on, the tanks are welded on, is a little different than factory. So may have to do some fabricating. I was anticipating that anyway. It looks like a pretty nice piece. See, these are the parts that hold it in the car, and sure enough, they don't fit. So it's going to be minor. I think all we're going to have to do is take the Dremel and cut out a little bit of material to allow this to fit correctly while still insulating it and protecting it. Here, I put it on the stand on the work table. You can see what's going on here. The original radiator was much thinner, so we're going to have to remove a lot of material from this rubber insulator, square it up with the cutting wheel, get it to sit. Okay, so I've just dremeled out some of the rubber to change the shape, and I use these nippers to trim up where it was hitting. So now we're fitting like we should. See that? It's fitting better. But one thing I don't like is this little metal tab here is getting close to the radiator. We do not want it making contact. So I think I'm going to take the rubber out and trim this tab up to make sure that there's no contact with the metal. Okay, so after much dremeling and lots of black rubber chips and smoke plumes rising, we've modified these brackets. I just took the cutting wheel, and I also took this grinding tip, and I hollowed out the trough in the rubber, and I reshaped the exterior form of the rubber. So now they fit the tanks. Same with this one. This one gave me a little bit of grief, but I think we got it. So that's going to fit there, like that. Isolate it, keep it from vibrating or rubbing against anything. Now I got to get the lowers out of the car, which I think is held in with a bolt. There's a bolt down under here that has to get taken out. And then we'll just do the same. We'll hog these out to fit the tanks. And then we should have our new radiator. To fix that one little metal tab that was hanging down, was going to make contact with the core. I just cut it and then bent it up. Don't need to remove it now that it's got clearance. Should be fine. Okay, I got the lower mounts in and I'm test fitting, and I think we're going to have some issues. This is just the way it is with aftermarket. Always happens. It sits there okay. Alright. But if you look in here, it's a little tight against the metal. So I'm thinking that I may have to take this grill out and give it a little clearancing back there. I don't know, it's pretty close. Okay, so this is what the issue is. With it in the original brackets that have been modified, look at how tight it is down there. That's just no bueno. That can't be touching metal. You can't have the tank touching the metal of the car. That's no good. So as far as dropping in and fits, bolts in factory style, I call horseshit on that. I've already had to modify the mounts heavily just to get them over the damn welds. I mean, yes, more or less it's right. See, the hose is going to go where the hose goes, and It's got that funky Vega upward hose with the other hose. So in that aspect, yes, it is a Vega radiator. But good luck with all this other garbage. Well, so after hammering and whatnot, I did get it in. It fits. It fits pretty good, honestly. I mean, after trimming the brackets, I got the factory shroud to go where it's supposed to. And it's on there, yeah, that's good. Everything's good. The only issue is right down there. Not liking this. You see that? I'm not feeling aluminum radiator on steel car body. I mean, there's a reason it rides on rubber isolators, because you don't want it rubbing or chafing. So I don't know what to do here, because, I mean, it fits, except for that. Yes, you could run it, and as little as it gets driven, it'd probably be alright, but do you really want to wear a hole through a $250 radiator? No. So, I think I'm going to have to pull it back out and just pound the hell out of that sheet metal there to try and clearance it a little more. Okay, so I got the fan cleaned up and the shroud. This is really good stuff. I know people don't like Armor All things, but this is actually a very good protectant. I use it on the vinyl car covers and barbecue covers, spa covers, and it really keeps the sun and heat and everything from screwing stuff up. It works good. So you just put a little bit on the plastics. Keeps them moisturized and running. Just let it penetrate. Yeah, this shroud's in really good shape. That's why I preserved it. I just didn't want to get rid of it. And plus, you can always go back to the manual fan if the electric ever fails. Or cars have been using electric fans for decades now without any problems. So the idea of going back to a mechanical just doesn't make any sense. There's a reason we went to electric fans. Better gas mileage, better reliability, less stress on the water pump. It's just a win-win for everyone. There you go, all fixed. It's a little tight in that one corner even with the spacing, but it should be alright. I really don't care. Yeah, it's keeping cool, it's running. Now it seems to be keeping cool. I think the new radiator is a win. I've still got to ram the probe in for the automatic thermostat control, but I don't really look forward to doing that. I don't really want to poke it through my nice new radiator. Okay, so it just needs registration and insurance now.